Okay, everyone. This is a quick attempt by me to diagram what exactly is going on in this module number 9 and the homework for it. All right. So I think most of you guys get it, just to be on the safe side, I want to make sure that we understand what's going on here. So I'm going to sort of like draw in a very crude manner roughly what's happening. All right. Here's what we have: the event system. All right. Let me redo this with a bigger screen. Don't say. All right. Here's your event system. All right. It has within it two things: a listener's map and a, let's do two queues. All right, Q1, Q2. All right. I will symbolize those as like this. These are just means an empty queue or list or whatever term you want to use. All right. The listeners ends up looking something like this, where it's actually a key value store, where the key would be the event type 1, and it is mapped to a list of listeners. Event listener, 1, 2, so on and so forth. Here's your event type 2, and it's doing the same thing. All right, all the way down. And now we also have the actual event listeners. And this is one. So these would be the party and the quest that we talked about before. All right. Now this is what I want to make sure you guys understand. These things will register with the event system. All right. So they will be added to the listener's map. All right. So they'll go into one of these lists, depending on the type of event you're registering for. Events are a completely different issue. All right. So that is being handled over here by your main. All right. So down here in main, it is going to fire off a bunch of events. So it's like, here is E1, here is E2, so on and so forth. These are what actually get added to your queue. So this one will go in and it'll be added to whatever the main queue is. So let's say the main queue is this one right now. It's the active one. It goes whoop, into here. E2 can go into here too. Or if you're going to do it as of, if the length is greater than 1, then you would, greater than 0, you would just process this queue after E1 goes in, and then swap E2 would go into Q2. That's basically it, right? But then what happens is that when the event comes in, now we have to iterate through all the events in this queue, right? And for every event, they all have an event type. You just look up the event type in this map here, 1, 2, 3, whatever. And then for every one of the listeners that is registered for that type, you will iterate through them and call the on event. That is basically it. That is what we're trying to do here, right? This is just a way, this is how I had to sort of understand what the heck was going on in this, was to actually just draw and then sort of step through the flow of how everything works. I know this is very crappy looking. I apologize for that, but I just want to make sure you guys understand what is happening here. All right? We can do another pass if you want to actually look at how these double buffer queues work. But I can save that as a future video if you want, okay? Anyway, I'm sorry I can't actively help you guys with these. I have to do this all asynchronously, but this is the best I can do in terms of actually teaching. So if you have any questions, just let me know, okay? All right.